Hello, everybody. My name is Aisha Jones, and welcome back to the Boudoir. Thank you for joining me for another episode today. And today's episode is all about you. Okay, I'm talking to my ladies out there. I'm talking to my creatives. I'm talking to my people pleasers. I'm talking to my people that are holding themselves back and letting fear of judgment, self-doubt, all of those other things get in the way of your journey and all of the things you want. I really want to talk to you guys and pour some life into you because you deserve it. You deserve to know just how incredible you are, and I'm going to do that for you right here today. There is so much abundance out there for all of us. And I know things might look bleak sometimes. I know life may not always throw you things that you want to deal with, but I want you to know that because you are you, just you in and of itself, you are perfect the way you are. And I'm not saying that to gas you up. I really truly want you to understand just how powerful you are, because I feel like a lot of us women, with all of the programming and the messaging that we've been taught since we were little girls to, just sit quietly, sit in the corner somewhere, don't be too loud, don't be too much, don't ask for what you want, pretend to be happy when you're actually not happy. I'm sick of that. And I feel like we're all collectively coming to a space where we're just tired of the rules that the world has set up for us and all of these things that they've been doing to try to stifle our power and make us believe that we don't actually have true power within ourselves, because they want us to rely on these systems and these harsh beauty standards that make us scared to go out and try different things. They want us to be scared to do things. And I'm telling you right now, this all needs to stop, because if there was ever a time period in the entirety of history for you to go after what you want, it is right here, right now. As bad as things may look sometimes politically, we literally have the most power, the most reach, the most access at our fingertips than we have ever had in history. And I need you to realize that and realize how lucky you are to be born in this time period right now. You know how many women have had so many dreams, so many ambitions, wanted to take over the world and have all these great ventures, but didn't get a chance to do that because of the world they were born into. A world where they couldn't even get a bank account up until, 40 something years ago. And you still see how these governments are trying to take our power away because, all of these crazy laws they're passing and weird things that are just literally designed to make us feel like we don't have value. We don't have any sort of anything to offer the world besides having children, getting married, and being boy obsessed. And I'm tired of it. We're not doing this anymore. Like, there is so much money to be made out here. There is so much uncharted territory. I don't even think we all truly understand just how much there is out there for us. And it's like they try to cut us off and make us think that these things are not possible to achieve. And even though just because things take time or they're difficult or they're hard, it doesn't mean that it's not possible. And I feel like because we've been fed all of this weird programming to make us doubt ourselves, we now think that we either are not worthy of nice things, we are not worthy to live our dreams. And that's bogus. That is bogus if you ask me. Because if we really tapped into all of the power that we have, we would literally be unstoppable. Like, if you really sit and think about it, women are the gateway to life. If we could literally cut all of this stuff off tonight and never have another generation after this one. Like, do we actually understand what we can create and bring into this world? And more than that, more philosophically, more metaphorically, we can bring so much life and creative energy into this world because we have it intrinsically within us. And like, I really want you guys to tap into that divine feminine energy. It goes beyond having your nails done and having makeup on and cute clothes or whatever. It's just an energy that you carry. It's a certain swag that you possess and the way you walk around in this world that makes you feel like you're untouchable and that all of your creations, all of your dreams are sacred and protected. Nobody can do anything to sabotage that. And so I just want to give you some encouragement, because I know there's so many creatives out there that are sitting on great ideas. This was me. Like, a couple months ago, I was so scared to post and just all of these things that don't matter, like all of this imposter syndrome. And I was scared to post, but it's like, you can't, this is not the time period to be scared. Okay? We don't have time to be scared. We cannot afford to be scared. There is too much abundance out here for us to have to be second guessing ourselves. Like, no, we're done. Part of believing yourself and part of getting yourself to that higher level activated self that you want to get to, right? The dream life that we're always thinking about, that version of ourselves that we're always seeing in our heads, In order for you to get to that level, you have to have a level of trust and security within yourself to know that you are capable of doing things that are hard, that you're capable of receiving things. You deserve to receive things. That's where it starts. Like, you can't get anywhere if your mindset is not in the space of, I deserve to have this, I deserve to achieve my dreams, I deserve to live the life I want. If you don't truly believe that, it's going to be so hard for you to believe that you can actually get to where you want to be. And also remember, you have value not because, your hair looks a certain way, or you have a certain designer bag, or you wear your makeup a certain way. That those things don't give you inherent value. You have inherent value because you're you. Period. You're you. You are the only you on this planet, and your energy is so unique to anybody else's. Nope, like, you can't find that anywhere. It's limited edition. It's one of a kind. You can't find your energy anywhere. Remember that and lean into that. Don't be scared of the power you hold in being your true authentic self. The way for you to trust yourself and to trust that you do deserve these things is you have to let go and lean into being your authentic self. No matter if you're scared of judgment or if you're scared of what people might say, you have to lean into that authentic version of you. You have value because it's your birthright. You deserve to breathe and live comfortably in your own skin. Nobody deserves to walk around feeling like they can't even just be themselves. Like, that is a terrible, miserable life. And you know what? A lot of societal conditioning makes people feel ashamed to be themselves. And I understand that. But I promise you, your life is going to be so much easier when you just let go, realize that everybody's gonna judge you. Like, unfortunately, that's just how life is. Everybody makes judgments. You make judgments, I make judgments, we all do it. That's just how it is. You just gotta be so confident and trust yourself to know that you can handle being your authentic self, and it's just gonna get easier and easier and easier each time. So that needs to be the default script that you're running on. Like, your default needs to be, I'm comfortable with being who I am. I'm going to walk in who I am. I'm not going to alter it or dim it down to make other people feel comfortable. I'm not going to make, easily palatable, digestible version of myself. Just be you. Be the version of yourself that you're envisioning. Be your highest self. Delete all of those narratives of, people telling you to shrink yourself and be a certain way. Shrink all of this good girl BS that we've been fed since we were little girls, and being demure and quiet and, ooh, I can't say that. Yes, you can, and say it louder. Okay? Say it as loud as you can. Be yourself. You don't have to fit in anywhere. You're already in. The in that you're looking hard for, you're already in there. So there's no need to fit in. You are in. Being you is in. Being somebody else is not in. And, just for an example, like, for me, when I was first getting on this journey of becoming my highest self and being the person I want to be, it was so uncomfortable to, like, put on the clothes I want to wear, put on the heels, put on the makeup, being comfortable with the fact that you're doing something that other people are not doing, and that is okay. Differences are okay. That's what makes this world so fun to live in, is we have all different types of people. And the sooner I got more comfortable with just putting on the outfit, just doing what I want to do, just posting the video, posting the podcast, when I finally just let go and just accepted that people are going to think whatever they want, I just have to do it, my life has gotten so much better. I feel so free. I feel so grateful not only for the big things that happen as a result of me posting my content and doing all of the things, but just gratitude for the little things. Like, gratitude for the fact that I have Wi-Fi, that I can post these videos on the internet. Gratitude for the fact that I'm able to shop and buy these clothes that I love and go thrifting. Gratitude for living in the city I live in, the home I live in. Just all of these things make it so you're allowed to be you. And it's super important, once you switch your mindset and you get into the habit of just being, you're going to live so much more happier. You're going to stop looking for problems. You're going to stop complaining as much, and you're just going to be so grateful to be you. And in turn, you're going to show that appreciation back to yourself. And not only that, the world is going to show that appreciation back to you too. Compliments, people are going to treat you nicer. People are going to be more gravitated towards you, because people can sniff out counterfeits and fakes so quickly. So it's like the more you are just you, the more people are so intrigued by you because it's just such a specific essence and flavor that you don't see every day. You know, everybody's just trying to make it in life. Everybody's just trying to, conform and put their head down and do what they got to do. But like when somebody is just being themselves and has their shoulders up and is just walking in their authentic purpose, you can't miss that. You can't miss it at all. And it's such beautiful energy to see somebody living in their purpose. And so I just want women to know that you're not stuck in whatever situation you're in. And this can apply for anything. You're not stuck in that relationship with that loser that treats you so terribly. You're not stuck. Of course, there might be environmental factors such as finances and all of that other type of stuff. But for the most part, when you can just remember like, hey, I was okay without this person a few months ago, a few years ago, I'm going to be just as fine, if not better, without them. I'm not stuck in this situation. I can leave. I can leave when things don't feel good for me anymore or when things make me feel bad. If more people understood that, I feel like their lives would just be so much better because they wouldn't feel like they have to stick out something just because of like the sunken cost fallacy. Well, I invested all these years into this person, I might as well. No, there is no I might as well. Like, that's your life. Like, this is your real life. This is not a video game. You don't get a do-over. Like, this is your one life, and every second counts. All those days, weeks, months pile up until you're looking back like, wait a minute, I was with this person for how many years and they were so terrible to me. Like, so it's just I always say choose your hard, it's hard, it's scary at first to wear that outfit, but then as the days goes on and you get more comfortable with being yourself, it just gets easier and easier. Or do you want your heart to be, yeah, it's easy for me to go under the radar and just blend in with everybody else, but you're gonna be more miserable and miserable as the days goes on. You got to pick your heart. Same with relationships. Okay, do you want your heart to be you're heartbroken for the next few days, months, whatever, over this person, but as the days go on, you get better and stronger and you get back to your normal life? Or do you want your heart to be, yeah, it's easy for me now to stay, and then 10 years later, I'm like, why did I do this? I hate my life, So it's up to you. Everybody has a choice. And the more that you are comfortable being yourself and just recognizing the true value that you intrinsically have, it gets easier for you to make better decisions and to stick to your standards and boundaries that you have set in place for yourself. Even in jobs too, like if you find yourself miserable at a job, you have to know that you have enough value that you can go anywhere else. You can go anywhere else and make double, triple what you were making at your old job that was making you hate your life. And switching jobs is not as easy, of course, but again, it's your life. You have to choose what feels good for you and what doesn't feel good. And if you're going to a job that genuinely makes you hate your life every single day, it's like you really do need to consider. Trust me, I've been there. Jobs that literally made me want to pull my eyelashes out individually, one at a time. I think things come in its own timing, and I always try to just take a lesson out of all of the things I go through. Like, even if it sucks and I hate the situation, I try to still find a lesson that will help me get to the next step and the next level in my life. So especially if you're starting off, on your level up self-love journey, you're starting at ground zero, you're starting at people pleaser, you're starting at poor, low self-worth. It's going to be super uncomfortable to just start telling people no, to start saying, I actually don't want to go here. Can we go here instead? It's going to be hard to say, hey, I didn't order this. I ordered it medium well or something. It's hard to exercise your individuality. It is. It can be very difficult to exercise your individuality. Start off clumsy and clunky. You have to start somewhere. You can't expect yourself to get to this, ultra divine higher level of yourself if you're not taking at least one baby step. So if you got to Bambi it from the start, you got to walk on wobbly legs and just get used to, being who you are and saying what you have to say and wearing what you want. Yeah, do it. Because eventually those training wheels come into a regular bike. And next thing you know, you're running a triathlon. Is that what a triathlon is? I don't know, but you get the metaphor, right? You gotta crawl before you walk. You gotta walk before you run, type thing. So yeah, start clumsy. Start cringe. Start, feel uncomfortable. Lean into that uncomfortability. And the more you lean into that uncomfortableness, you actually get more self-confidence because you're like, wait a minute, I'm doing something that I was so scared to do. I was so scared to go to this place. I was so scared to eat here, wear that. But look at me doing it. I'm nervous. I want to bite my nails like this, but I'm still doing it. And eventually you start training your brain to recognize and realize that you can do hard things. You can do things that are outside of your comfort zone. And that's when opportunities start going at you. You can't get opportunities putting your head down and trying to play the mysterious girl. Like, you know, it's cute sometimes to be the mysterious one at the party, but like, we want to hear from you. We want to see your art. We want to hear what you have to say. We want to see you in that outfit that you've been hiding in your closet that still has the tags on it. We want to see it debuted. So yeah, it's not going to be easy when you start living as your authentic self, but until you do it and until you take the plunge and the first step in this journey, that little voice in the back of your head, that little highest self, is always going to be staring daggers into the back of your head, just waiting, just here, waiting for you to join us on this side of things. And that little nagging voice is never going to go away, because you're never going to scratch that itch that's like inside of your heart calling for you. So take all of that value, all of that energy that you have, that creative divine energy, and pour it into your passions. If there was ever a time in history with all this social media and all of these ways you can make money, like now, it's not the time to be worried about who's judging you and who's talking behind your back. Like, it's time to make your content. It's time to do what you got to do. Okay? Because who knows if this thing will be here forever, you know? So having the trust and the belief in your own creative ability is going to set you free from that imposter syndrome and those people-pleasing ways, because you know the work it takes to be you. You know that this didn't come overnight. So you're not just going to let any old random person infiltrate all that you've built. You're not just going to let any old random Dusty into your life, because you know how much you've poured into yourself and you have a lot at stake to lose. And of course, people with not a lot to lose are going to be all up in that energy. Ooh, let me energy vampire and energy steal all of your little abundance and stuff. I want a part of that. Everybody wants a slice of that abundance, you know, but because you've done the work on yourself and because you know what it takes to be you, it's going to be easier for you to be like, no, I'm good. I don't need you. So it's a protection strategy. Don't believe those people that are like, oh, that's selfish of you to like only think of yourself. Like, listen, it's your life. I want to reiterate that. It's your life. You get to decide what you choose to do with your time. We don't get a whole lot of it. You know, we do get a decent amount of years on this earth, but even a day or a second is way too long for you to be doing something you don't want to do. And that's detrimental to you. And while you're stuck second guessing your content, it's somebody else making $60,000 off of one TikTok while you're scared to leave this person because you think you're never going to meet another person. Your king is literally like, ew, is she single? Yeah, I'm waiting for her. Like, come on. Those clothes are sitting in your closet collecting dust, wondering when are you going to put us on and take us outside for a walk. And if somebody is mad that you are now in this new phase of your life and you are being very picky with who gets to be in it, they're either trying to take advantage of you and they're mad that they can't do that because you're aware of what's going on now, or they can't meet your standards. Either way, you don't need them. So in case you need to hear this one more time, you are more than enough, and I want you to walk around in this world with your head held high, pick them shoulders up, look people in the eye, and live as your true self. I'm telling you, you don't want to waste a second longer on caring about what somebody else is going to think about you when you could be using that time to actually live and live the life you want. So I hope this helped you baddies, okay? I really want this to be a good pep talk for you guys because I just feel like there's something in the air. I feel like there's so many people that have been wanting to create content and have been scared or something. Like, no, I'm trying to tell you, this is the time to post your content. This is the time to be yourself. Wear that outfit. Do what you got to do. Make it apply to your situation. But all in all, you have value. You are worthy. You are loved. And you can do anything you put your mind to. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are watching right here on YouTube. And if you are listening to me on any audio platforms like Spotify or Apple, I'm also on Substack too. Please rate your girl 5 stars and let everybody know how amazing the Boudoir is. I also have a second channel where I post vlogs, fashion, skincare, beauty type of content. So if you're into that type of girly girl stuff, definitely subscribe on there. And yeah, I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.